careful, cause they give you 5 for a robbery, but they burying kingpins.
From the village to their final resting place in this that connects all things, both sacred and secular, in addition to other beliefs.
We never was taught financial literacy and how to open up Roth accounts or how to invest or how to even come up with a game plan to tackle debt and stuff like that. So that was basically the design thinking to build those type of solutions and put it all into one. Yeah, so we just dropped personal economy. Make sure I go get that free financial resource for the community, for us, by us, where depending on the metrics you input, the AI will automatically come up with a plan for you to tackle the debt, create the savings, and cut down on expenses that you don't have to really like spend. Like basically cutting back on spending, which it's pros and cons. You know, some people say, all right, just make more, and that's valid too. But some people do got to cut back on their expenses. So
yeah, because it's holding you back.
Yeah, so depending on the person's own personal economy and their financial journey, they can choose whether they want to cut back expenses or make more money or do some of both. You know what I'm saying? Bro got it locked up right now, you know what I'm saying? The joint crazy, I go tap in. Literally, hackers and painters are changing the world and innovating the world. Like, it gives you a lot of contrarian thinking as regards to like money and what wealth is and what building and innovating is. As pioneers of the new world, we have to have these type of mindsets. We gotta be coming like Bezos and Elon and Steve Jobs. Like that's my competition. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to go for the top dogs. Like this nigga #1 in the world. Like I want to smoke with him. Like Elon, what up? Like might have to tag him in this. Like I'm coming for you, bro. I'm dead ass too. So it's like really, especially for people like us, bro. We can use these AI apps to build things that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's something specific that you want to use, you build that as a template and the foundation because you know exactly what you want, and then you provide it on like a larger community scale.
A hacker is a hacker, they hack.
Yeah.
So what is a painter?
So painters create the world that we visually see, right?
Okay.
Like when you think about like just look around, like a painter is somebody that basically made that damn traffic light or the stop sign.
Okay.
It's the visual identity and the visual cues that we use to navigate the world, like especially through art and poetry. Like as creatives, it's so important because creatives really shape renaissances and worlds.
So Steve Wozniak is the hacker, Steve Jobs is the painter.
The painter. Just continue to put in the work, continue to iterate. The more we cook, the better the better the recipe get.
Find the recipe.
Find the recipe.
Really, the hacker and the painter becomes one.
Right. The hacker is the painter in a sense. He just painting the background. You might not see his artwork, but the painter, you might see his. You know what I'm saying? His might be more visible, but the hacker still painting too.
So now they go hand in hand as one person.
This is new shit now. Like, we might have to, I'm gonna keep this off camera, but some new shit called.
You sent that in the chat.
Right, yeah.
Bro, you always learning.
Niggas need to get on that shit yesterday.
In my crib where Betty and kids live. My whole life in danger, no stranger, I don't fear shit. I'm still out here in these streets preaching purpose with a bag on my head, and it's worth it. So sick and feel deserted. And turn the beat.
Who Akbar?
Subhanallah, Allah, Subhanallah, Allah, Subhanallah, Allah.
It's probably the first time that my fucking toes didn't hurt doing the fucking pointing your toes to Mecca. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. On a regular floor. Yeah, that shit. I was still doing the Tyra Wheel, but 30 minutes, gang. I'm like, no.
Black people were always fighting. Like, they try to make it seem like we always were just, you know what I'm saying, back against the wall getting our ass whooped. But when you really zoom out, it's like we've been fighting like a constant war. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been in war. You know what I'm saying? We win some battles, we lose some battles. You know what I'm saying? I think if people had that more of a mindset, they would stop oppressing themselves and start oppressing themselves, start becoming sovereign within them. So that's my biggest takeaway for real. The artwork too was great as fuck. The aesthetic of the building was great. Charleston Museum, by the way, the aesthetic was great, the layout. And again, bro, it's just always good just to see your people not always in a view of defeat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Slavery was a point in time when I could probably say we worked the best together. even though it was under harsh conditions, we all worked together and endured that together. So imagine what we can do now that those chains aren't on us, the physical chains not on us, and we got the same opportunities. We was well equipped in trade. We was opening up the churches. We knew how to move the rice. We learned how to do all of this stuff. Like we had skills and everything. We was working together to build communities and economies. And another takeaway too, like they have you thinking that most of these people was from Africa and like being shipped from Africa and stuff. They shed light on how a lot of West Indies and Caribbean and Congolese and like just different places all across the diaspora was a part of this as well. That's how a lot of culture got ingrained into this. Portugal, Spain, different places was really migrating together. So it's like it's really a melting pot of different ethnicities all together. But they won't tell you that.
Now we all have a lot of stuff that is opposing us now that gets in the way. You know, it's a lot of division. But it's nice to see, you know, people being empowered, even as they're being oppressed. You feel me? Like not actively taking it. You feel me? Fighting back in different ways, which is nice. I also like how they was able to go to like different places, like start Liberia or go to Sierra Leone and start Freetown. You know what I'm saying? Like be able to lead and do that. You know what I mean? That's dope.
You said though, that rebellion. It's funny how like when you look at narratives and propaganda, like we seen a whole bunch of rebellion and like fighting back, and just like warfare against them. Like they only tell us about like Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman, where it was more belt being laid. It was more people really fighting back and being like a resistance.
And they really, I feel like they talk about Nat Turner because, like, to learn about him, you gotta also learn about what they did to him too. They did his ass dirty, but he went out like a real nigga.
Yeah, it's like they give you the good and the bad. Like they'll tell you, oh yeah, he rebelled, but we did this to him at the end. It's like, all right, bro.
Kind of discourage people from
Yeah, you see,
yeah.
Made him look like a loser, but he went out like he was supposed to.
I don't.
Another crazy narrative. They'll tell you that slavery, like everybody was Christian folk and everything. Nah, they was touching on Santeria. They was touching on Ifa. They was touching on Hoodoo. They was touching on a lot of Islam, and they were showing that these people over here was really like still sticking to their traditions, but it got washed out through the Christianity and stuff like that. Like they won't tell you that though.
Especially like a lot of like the herbal medicine. I was picking up on that too. How a lot of like traditions herbally was being used, and how before colonialization, like they was using plants and shit. So, but even now to this day, like he said, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that information is coming back alive to where we do a lot of things more natural, more organic, more holistic. So really it's just like, again, it's more so like the battle that we in is like waves. You know what I'm saying? It's not just we just been getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? It's just been waves and shit, and we always find a way back to remember. Because we never forgot, for real. We think we did, or they tried their hardest to make us forget, but you can't, to lie, you gotta tell the truth, bro. So they can't really lie, for real. Once you see behind the deception, you know what I'm saying, you can flourish out of that deception.
This some free game too. My cousin just put me on this. When black people say they want reparations, we fucking up. We don't want reparations. Because when you look at the legal terms, the reparations will only give us what we owe from the periods of slavery. We want restitution. Restitution is a full payment of all the bullshit that happened going through on. So when you say reparations, yeah, that 400 years is cool, but a lot of people technically did get land and did get their own plots and a whole bunch of stuff. We just fucked it up over time because we wanted to integrate so bad. So we got to really do the knowledge and really look into the shit that we be asking for, because we had it at one point. But once we integrated into that burning house, it burnt down all our ownership.
And I think, to piggyback to, I think a lot of, like, the intention gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the intention gotta be right. Because, like, how we talked about Alexander the Great, he integrated with Egypt, but with his intention of, all right, this is how this shit gonna be. If your intention is to integrate and your shit is just to assimilate, then you gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? But if your intention is to, all right, we gonna use what it is to create what we want. That's two different things. And I think a lot of the times we just wanted to get comfortable. All right, oh, that shit is better, so I'm gonna just plug in and not have intentionality with building for our community. Because there was this one of the richest blacks at the time, A.G. Gadsden, back in the 60s, right? He owned a plethora of businesses, 7 businesses, all working in unison together. And the moment that we got civil rights, his shit flopped to the ground. His motel, where everybody used to come through, all the black actors, civil rights leaders, they would go to that spot as like a hub in Birmingham, Alabama. But once integration happened, his businesses went to the ground. So now, like, his motel was just vacant, government bought it, then they turned his ass into a price tag, a museum.
A lot of the shit that everybody claiming they want, it's easier than we think it is. It's really not that hard.
It's really
like,
not, it's just mindset.
Yeah, like what you be saying, the barrier low as hell. We can really take a lot of this shit.
Bro. With anything you want to do, bro. Music, bro. You want to make beats, bro. AI. Want to write a book, AI. Want to make photos, AI. Like, just to start, bro, it's nothing, bro. I heard Jeff Bezos say the greatest things always start small. So he started selling books at first. Now look, Amazon is a fucking powerhouse. He started off with selling books. So sometimes you gotta start off slow and then mature in your thinking. And then as you mature, you get the reps into what you did in the beginning, then it scales in naturally into the higher shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what concept I learned about from Steve Jobs. He took the most simple, he saw the unlimited potential in things. So he just started off selling computers. But his main goal, if you always look back at his interviews, he was like, how can we get it personal? Not just, a lot of high-ass corporations have it. He was like, how can we get everybody to have a computer? Now we got an iPhone. But most people aren't intentionally building with it. You know what I'm saying? But you have a whole computer in your hand. Supercomputer, bro. And we just look at this like it's a phone, but it's just like, bro, we done did hella shit with our technology. Recorded videos, took pictures, uploaded, took pictures, woody woo, playing. Like, this is a camera, bro. Like, it's all in one. Computer, bro, that can take pictures, that can call, that can text, that can build apps, make money, all types of shit. That was his vision, but he started off small. He started off with a computer, then it grew. Now he got a whole ecosystem.
What can you start today? What can you build today? The time is now.
Fuck, nigga.
Fuck, nigga.
Strong muscle, rocks on the buckle, work harder than the next man. Pedal it, got no pension plan, son. I'm a forever stand dropping 3.5 last 7 grams, yo, survival. False idols that take the title and mention amongst niggas that made the Bible. Ralph Lauren garments, Al Capone coppers, gun compartments. Tennis really was under charges, running in and out of the slum apartments. Thunder charges, I'm the one regardless.